So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down on the Saturday grid. And before we get started in talking about what we're drinking today, which, spoiler alert, it's another one of my famous bitter red drinks. But I'm going to throw this up here. Just saw that for all of our viewer demographics, right, geographically speaking, we have, this is the breakdown, right? So United States, Germany, United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, Turkey, Russia, Finland, Netherlands, and Poland. So for all of our English-speaking viewers out there, first of all, hello, right? And for the German and the Dutch viewers, hallo. And let's see, in Turkey, I think I would say merhaba. In Russia, I would say privet. In Finland, I would say hey. And in Poland, I think it's witam. So, so glad to have everyone here. It really is a global village that we're operating in here, right? A village of solvers in our very own little learning organization. And so, before we get started on a grid, let's go ahead and take a crack into this fantastic Campari. And again, I don't use the soda water with it. I only pour a couple of fingers worth of the juicy, yummy, red, bitter deliciousness, and then top it off with the champagne, or the sect, or the prosecco, whatever I get my hands on. That's typically the way I like to do it. But it is a wonderful way to start a Saturday when you got, early afternoon, get ready to make dinner. Gonna knock out a couple of puzzles first, get them up on the channel for everyone. And it's just a great little drink to kind of refresh yourself. Now, granted, we don't really have refreshing, kneading weather going on in Germany right now because, well, the fall is going to be here, I think, legitimately tomorrow. But he came, der Herbst kommt, and boy, did he ever come about three and a half weeks ago. So it's a little bit cooler, a little bit more crisp. It's kind of ideally what you'd want to play football in the United States. But nevertheless, it is what it is, and so glad to be here with everyone. I want to say thank you so much for the comments, the new subscribers. It's just such a cool thing to be part of this community, this little village, this learning community, and it's just fabulous. So, what do we have here today? We've got a David Karp construction edited by Joel Fagliano. Incidentally, he again did the puzzle, the mini crossword today, and of course it's Saturday, which means it wasn't very mini at all. I mean, I flew through this thing and it took me 43 seconds, so giving you a heads up. If you beat my time on the mini, let me know, right? I mean, I would love to hear about that. So I'm not competitive at all. I really am not. So let's go ahead and hop into our grid here. We have no name, so ready to start solving? Yes, we are. Let's do it. Hop into our grid. So, namesake of the channel separating Madagascar from the African mainland, and that will come to me. So, let's see. 2019 bestseller, subtitled Hard Work, Low Pay, and a Mother's Will to Survive. And I do believe that was Stephanie Land, and that was made. She wrote another one right after, and I'm trying to remember what that was. Part of a Pod. Anyway, great series on Netflix, just FYI. Well, I don't know. I can think of seeds. So a part of a pod could be a seed, but that would be an MS. You can also, the units of measure, a pod of whales. So I guess it could be an orca. If I'm looking at ORCA here, I can make those work with the beginning, which is made. So let's go ahead and drop orca in and see what we've got. This is gonna come to me. What a crazy thing to do. Been there. Maybe I can relate. Yes, I can't fit in. I got the t-shirt. So the WNBA's wings on scoreboards, and they're from Dallas. Yes, just a 30-mile drive east on I-30 from my hometown of Fort Worth, Texas. Fire looks like zeal, and that tells me this is the hint I needed. So I think This is Mozambique Channel. The Mozambique Channel. I would love to go to Madagascar one day, though. Gosh, I would love to do that. First name and objectivism. Oh, right. Ayn Rand. Atlas Shrugged, baby. And then whatever that numbered novel was. 90210, whatever it was. 8675309. Miles, I think that's Morales. Batman's or Spider-Man's alter ego. What a crazy thing to do. Maybe are you nuts? Half of a South American capital name. How about Buenos? Then the other half of Aires. Word on a construction sign could be slow. Okay. How a truck may descend a hill. How about in low? You want to do that in low gear, right? Releaser of electrons. How about an anode? Nice. Difficult figure skating jump. Well, of course. I couldn't even do it. The toe jump. I mean, I think we got it. Are you nuts? I think that came through for us. So commercial ending, commercialese, and it is said. Okay, so I guess it would be an utterance. Need to check it though. Appealing outcome. No, that being the case. Well, we've got either probably ergo or if so, and I don't have enough to really know yet. So, in range, no. Nickname for Alexander in Slavic cultures, and I think that's Sasha. Instruments with movable frets are, of course, sitars. And again, I've played one once, and I enjoyed it, but gosh, it's got a lot of strings, and that movable fret just made it even more confusing. Go quickly past, maybe soar, maybe sail. Let's see. Lover. Well, inamorado, paramour are going to be too short. But if this is an F, that being the case. Oh, got another one, but I got an I, so let's go with if so. And I think a lover would be an aficionado. Yeah, right? I guess. So I guess that's going to be to sail past. Okay, well, that's cool. So you're saying you're in? Small songbirds, any chance they get to put Titans in the grid, right? It's funny. So you're saying you're in. I guess, is that a yes? All right, well, okay, so far so good. U.S. city with the motto where discoveries are made, and that is Los Alamos. The elms, the elm trees in Spanish. We used to live right there at Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas, and we would go to Los Alamos and Las Cruces and Alamogordo all the time. It was just such a cool way to go up there. Loved the desert, and the mountains. And Blake's Lotta Burgers were delicious. So an appealing outcome, perhaps, I guess it's pretty clever, actually. I think a retrial, and I guess that gives us that being the case as ergo. Oh, wow, very good. Post hoc ergo propter hoc. Because this happened, it must have been the reason for that happening. Florida city where the greatest show on earth was once headquarters, and I'm assuming this is Sarasota, and I did not know that, and if that is true, then I learned something today amazing. In range, well, the range, I guess that could be the stay, could be checking in and checking out. Sharp and away could be tangy. Fills, business with the stock symbol woof, and I think that's Petco, which I only ever knew because of the crossword. Again, more learning from the crossword. Sometimes you just have, like Sanrio, maker of Hello Kitty dolls, you just gotta commit it to memory, right? Fills could be Sates, and a whole bunch of people in a row. Though I think this is a row because we've got 5 letters and we get the last 2 are double E's. And if we're correct in that, I think we have a melee. Classic party game. Maybe a classic kindergarten game. Has anybody ever played telephone at an actual party? I guess I've missed out on those parties. I've never played that at a party in my life. Usually like Trivial Pursuit or something, if anybody even wants to dare. Start a family or finish a game. That mate. That's pretty clever. I like it. That's good. Country name, that's also the Portuguese word for Turkey, and that is, I do believe, Peru. Turkey, incidentally, in German is Puten, P-U-T-E-N, Putenbrust, so turkey breast. Belongs, sky-high prices. Well, I guess these are going to be airfares, maybe, if I'm not wrong, and that's pretty clever, too. I like it. Okay, so far, they might bite the dust. Something invoked in an emergency. Is this an A2 o'clock? Could be. It could be hands 2 of a clock. So of the clock. So is this an H? Shows compassion. Could be. I think we got has a heart here. And again, all needs to be checked. But it gives me hands, which is very clever too. Health class topic for short. Well, I guess these are STDs we're talking about, though. I think the new way the kids are calling these things in science is STIs. I mean, sexually transmitted infections. So I guess these are mites. And by dust, I think they're talking about dander. And Major League Soccer team with pink home jerseys. Oh, I do know this. It meant to come to me. Newspaper section could be the arts. Something. So yeah, this is what I was thinking. So I think we got martial law. And we got another ST. So Samurai. Okay, very nice. And so yes, this is Inner Miami with the pink shirts. And so put on an unconvincing accent or left. Okay, maybe ham it up. I'm glad we had something to go with the ham. I might have said yuck it up, right? Belongs, maybe fits in. Actor Malek Rami. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. By the way, I still think his, when he was the Bond villain, that was the most chilling role he'd ever played. Crazy. Jamaican folk song about overnight labor. Day-o. Daylight come and we go home. Works on a loop, say maybe codes. They might have bones to pick. Well, probably dogs, right? Sci-fi awards. Yeah, we got Hugo's. Okay. All right, so the dogs, bones to pick. Very clever clue. I mean, and I haven't seen just a ton of inelegant fill. I mean, even our Dallas WNBA team up here is good. And I'm assuming up here we've got a Vietnam reference. Yes, Apocalypse Now setting. Nam. Yeah. Very cool. Box office. Food often served with wet wipes. So I think it comes up with here is ribs, maybe. So I think a box office may be a cubicle, and that's also very clever. Not the most challenging grid today, but it is a clever one, and it's just so well constructed, too. A lot of good stuff here, in my opinion, of course. Guess we got high tech here, and what do we got now? Country with Creole as an official language, and that would be Haiti. So absurd in slang, and I've been waiting to use this. I just learned this recently. Riddick. I like it. Maybe an atta girl here. And what do we got? Custody, a French dessert. And I think this is a botte de crème. What Los Angeles and New York are represented in twice. Well, I could think of football. Spoiler alert, he's found in Sydney Harbor, and I think that's Nemo. Key of Beethoven's Sixth, and that is an F major. So, golfer Thompson, who qualified for the U.S. Women's Open. Oh, Lexi. That was Lexi Thompson. Wow, what a talented young lady. Let's see. Poor resolution. Anticlimax? Nice. I like it. Tire holders, probably a rim. And a butt text. We have a peach emoji. I don't know. Did I fat finger anything? How'd I do, Bob? Well, 11:36 on a Saturday isn't an absolutely terrible way to go about a Saturday, right? You know, but it's an awesome way to kind of give yourself a kick in the pants before you go into the kitchen and start cooking for your sister and your brother-in-law. I don't think they're going to eat what I'm going to cook, but they'll probably go to a restaurant or something. Yesterday they went to the Czech Republic and Poland. They had a kind of a whirlwind trip, and they do that geocaching thing. I guess they had a really good time. But yeah, beautiful Saturday. Beautiful grid. One of the finest I've seen in a long time. It was really great. It didn't have that hook that we had yesterday, or that whole Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday thing prior this week where we had nothing but extremely challenging and yet really super clever grids, right? Which is kind of what I live for. I love it when they really make me think, and I can promise you, if I ever come upon a grid that takes me like 2 hours to solve, then you know I'm in a very happy place if that's taking place there. So let's go ahead and toss you out for the day. We'll bring it back on Sunday when we're going to have a massive, ginormous grid to work through. And I always say I'm always shocked when I see that grid on Sunday morning. I'm like, oh my God, that's going to be huge. But somehow or another, we get through it in like 20, 25 minutes every time. And so it's going to be one of those things. But until I see you tomorrow for the Saturday grid, I just want to say thank you again for the liking, the subscribing, all the things you're doing for us. Just appreciate that very much. It makes every bit of a difference here. So, grazie. And with that, let's go ahead and bring down our see ya slide. And until tomorrow, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Samstag und die Wochenende. Tschüss, Servus, auf Wiedersehen. Grüß Gott, ciao, Cin-Cin. Be well, take care out there, and we'll see you later.